Hey everyone, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm back up.
So guys,
What's up?
how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm tired. I spent all morning doing Silent Hill videos, and I'm like in a really scary place. So I've like got really stressed out and strung out, and now I'm just exhausted.
Watch out, Griff's all strung out.
You need to recover before Wednesday though, because then it's gonna that's scary day, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just tired now. Ugh.
Too funny.
I was hoping I'd have Silent Hill done by Halloween, but it's not gonna be all done. It's not.
It's all right. It's okay. People like watching Silent Hill no matter when.
We'll
Right?
see.
We've played it when it wasn't Halloween before. We played different games when it wasn't Halloween that were scary. So
I think the first time I played it was summer.
Nice.
yeah, before see, and then you could replay it in your case, Pocket, before Halloween came along if you wanted to. So perfection. Woo! So what games has everybody been playing this week?
Silent Hill.
That's it?
You
Played a
don't
lot of
say.
Silent Hill.
Is that all you got?
No, I mean, we played some Overwatch here and there. I played a lot of Tropico this week. A lot of Tropico. I love being a dictator.
We know.
I know.
Yeah.
No one but a
Roll.
better guest.
You're preaching to the choir here.
It's how I roll, man.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What have you been doing?
I've been playing a lot of Blops, and
Still
I
hate
picked.
calling it that.
God.
I'm going as long as it
I
says
know.
it. I'm gonna make it
I
happen.
know.
I can't. It's Call of Duty. Just Call of Duty.
It just sounds so weird.
No,
I
there's
know.
different Call of Duties. I mean,
Maybe when you say blop, it's like I gotta go hit the can and blop.
I know, right? It becomes a verb. It becomes all types of stuff.
Well, he
Yeah,
could
it
do
does.
that if it
Taking
was
my
on
girl
his
out
phone.
tonight. We're gonna blop for the rest of the evening. You know.
If it was on his phone, he could do that in the bathroom.
I mean,
If you have a laptop, you could do the
PUBG
same
and
thing.
Fortnite went to mobile. Thank God Call of Duty has not yet done that.
I do not think the Call of Duty can run on a phone.
Thought the same thing about some of the other games. You never know. That version definitely cannot.
No.
I've been playing that, and then I played. I started Starlink Battle of Atlas, which is the Starlink is the one that you can go out and buy the little chips and stuff that sit on top of a controller and switch the little items and all that stuff out.
I know what you're talking about.
It's interesting because the way it's set up is depending on what you're battling depends on how you need to change your weaponry out. But you don't have to own any of the accessories to play the fucking game. Thank God.
those are totally optional.
Yeah, and I went with the
Okay.
Switch version of it because, well, Star Fox. So, because you get the extra missions for it, and I was like, if I'm going to pay the same price, might as well buy this version of it. So, and then it's mobile too, right? So I can pick it up and play it in bed if I wanted to. Plotline wise, it's not bad. I was never a big Star Fox fan because you're in the ship the entire time. I really wish they had not made this completely Star Fox-like in that respect. I feel like every once in a while you need to have... It needs to be more like Mass Effect, where you've got like an option to be in a ship, or you've got an option to be on the ground, or in a vehicle of some sort, or whatever it happens to be, and it is in a ship the entire time, which it actually didn't bother me as much as I thought it was going to. It looks a lot like No Man's Sky in certain places.
Okay.
Except it has a plot and it's fun.
That's a little bit of shade.
You're
I
right.
like it.
But it is like you start off on a planet. You have to explore the planet. You go around. They do give you missions. You got little quests and stuff that you have to move around, and you're fighting this big bad. And that's kind of trying to take over the whole universe for a particular type of fuel, and you're trying to save everybody from that, and then you get a choice on which one of the characters you want to play as. If you are battling and your ship blows up, you have a choice at that point. Do you want to switch to one of the other ships, which I think there's 6 or 8 that you can choose from, or do you just want to restart at the last checkpoint and come back to the area? But the good thing is if you restart and go back, it's whatever amount of damage you've done to whatever you were fighting is still at that point.
I like that.
So,
I like save damage.
yeah, so go in and play in. It looks a lot like the animation from it reminds me of Star Wars Rebels a little bit. But it's just, like a CGI style stuff, but it's really the art style is very similar, and I like it. I mean, it fits well on the Switch. It looks great on the Switch. It looks good on the TV from the Switch. It took a little bit to get used to controlling the ship, but for the most part, it's really fun and interesting. And I like the different weapons that are there, and you have to figure out how. And you can swap them out in the middle of battle. There's no locking mechanism that starts when the battle starts. You're like, okay, well, this isn't being as productive as I need it to be. Let me see if I can swap. Certain types of things that you have to mine. You have to use certain weapons for those based on what it is you're trying to mine. So there's a lot of elements to the game. It's weird because I feel like it's marketed towards kids with all the little gadgets and stuff on there, but the gameplay to me is a lot more thinking than I think a normal child would go in and play, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Kids these days.
Kids these days.
I mean, look at the old NES games. Even those that were marketed towards kids, you had to do a lot of thinking on them.
True.
Castlevania 2.
That's true. True that.
I mean, The Legend of Zelda for the Nintendo. I mean, that game had tons of fucking puzzles and a super long game. I mean, yeah, it was for kids, but good luck beating it.
I'd recommend it if I didn't have. I'd had a $20 gift card for Nintendo, so I just used it and then paid the remainder of it. So I would say if it goes on sale for $40 or something like that, I'd pick it up. I'd recommend it then. I don't think I'd pay a full $60 for it.
But by the way, they've done a Star Fox game where he was out of the ship and it did bad.
Was he out of the ship at like? I'm surely he was in the ship too.
It was one of the GameCube ones, where he's got some weird space alien female blue fox or something where he's got a rescue or something weird like that. And so yeah, he's running around out of the ships the whole time, and people hated it.
See, I just want a combination of both. Like, I'm fine with most of the time being in the ship, but sometimes it makes more sense to step out of the ship. Like, if I'm shopping for new items for my ship, I feel like staying in my ship and just going into a menu is weird to me. But
Think of him as like a pit crew.
You live in your ship now. That's
live. You must live in
semi-truck drivers.
Well, what's funny is the cutscenes and everything else. They're out of their ship. They're like, it's just strange to me. But I mean, it's fun. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about that part of it. It's just different, and it is a possibility that if it does well, that they end up making it where you can do that. But I feel like the ship is their main thing anyway, because that's their item they're trying to sell and push on everybody. So it makes sense. And the Star Fox characters look great. They're on there. His whole little team's with him, and they talk to you for a little bit, and then they get a technology from you, and then they leave. So I'm hoping that my later missions and stuff will be on there, and the stuff that's more like No Man's Sky is you're moving from planet to planet in some cases, and you have a hyperdrive that you have to get from point A to point B and all that type of stuff. So but the planets are small. Like there's a lot on each planet, but this planet themselves are small. Try to explore, but it's fun. I enjoyed it. What else y'all got?
Baka chicken. You guys play anything at all this week?
Heroes, Blops. That's right, you heard me. Blops, Blackout, Call of Duty, whatever you want to call it, and Heroes.
Okay.
A bit of Heroes, Overwatch. Other than that, I pretty much worked all week, so I could have this weekend off because I went to the museum.
Yeah, because it's
saw
Baka's
dinosaurs.
birthday today.
Happy birthday,
Yay.
Baka!
So everybody retroactively wish him a happy birthday if you've forgotten by the time this goes up.
There you go.
He got a
Got himself a Fluffy.
Plush
Nerd.
T-Rex. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, why not?
And the
perfect
long
sense.
neck too.
Super cute.
Too
Oh
funny.
my god. I'm kind of sad that like none of us have stories about the new games that came out like the past couple of weeks or the beta. Like none of us tried the Fallout beta, none of us are playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and none of us are playing Soul Calibur 6. We are so lame, you guys.
Hey, I'm looking for Pokemon Let's Go and Darksiders 3.
My sister
And
is looking
BlizzCon.
for Pokemon.
So Super Smash Brothers.
BlizzCon in 5 days, 6 days.
Yeah.
Yes. So I've been my esports have been going off like crazy. Heroes and Hearthstone and League has its finals on Tuesday or Friday night, which I love it. I don't know why, but every year because BlizzCon is the Friday and Saturday, and the finals for League is Friday night. So I watch BlizzCon all day, and then it leads into the night, and then I just watch that until like 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I go to bed and get up for a few hours and watch BlizzCon. It's a long weekend.
Yeah. Foxy will be down, so she
You,
said it
you would
last
think
time I watched.
you would think Heroes of the Storm would be just drop that anywhere.
Yeah,
you
fine.
think you think that Heroes of the Storm would be that Friday night, like as a big intro thing going on, and then Friday night the Heroes of the Storm Championship takes place, at BlizzCon type deal. But I guess not.
They do.
Do they?
It's Saturday that the finals are. Semifinals are Friday. They've done the group stages, actually quarterfinals, I don't know, something like that. But the group stages they do a week beforehand, and then everybody gets to get ready to go to BlizzCon. So all the teams are set, everybody knows who's going, and then they have the big semifinals finals at BlizzCon.
Oh, okay.
He's
So-
just
so
more
you get-
interested in watching the League of Legends one.
Well, that's his.
Well, I mean, I'm watching all of them right now. I just finished. They just finished the last day of Heroes group stages. They're doing the Hearthstone right now, which I would be watching, but whatnot. But yeah, I watch. There's tons of stuff to watch this
Nerd.
time of year.
We just needed like a whole separate ESPN because there's not enough ESPN channels already. We need one that's completely devoted to gaming so he can just watch it all in one place.
I can. It's called Twitch.
I just saw it popped up on my phone earlier this week that Michael Jordan has actually invested in whoever the parent company is for Team Liquid.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, I
put
heard
$20
about
million
that.
into it. Yeah.
That's like chump change. Disney owns that.
No, evidently it didn't list Disney down
As one of the big investors for Team Liquid?
They might be an investor, but that doesn't necessarily mean they own it.
Oh, whatever. They are the biggest investors in Team Liquid. I mean, they put a lot of money down.
Well, they need to because they've bought. I mean, ESPN is owned by Disney as well. So.
Oh, well, isn't that a conflicting interest?
Not really. You're
No.
supporting all. Not. They could be supporting all the teams too. It is a possibility that they are. They just might support one more than one than another. I don't know.
You're my favorite child. You get to have more money.
You just keep them
Yay!
afloat, right? Keep them all afloat. So just kind of depends, I guess. I don't know. Funny.
Alrighty then.
All right. Well, we got news wise.
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Well, I mean, I guess there is some, but it's not a whole lot of anything with substance. So,
Lots of small things.
yeah, lots of small things. There's a Pokemon Go like Catholic
Oh my
game where you
God.
collect saints. I'm dying over this.
It's called JC Go.
Yeah. I mean, that's a thing that you can do. I think right now it's only in Spanish though, so I'll have to be able
Yes.
to read Spanish in order to play it. But
Is that Spanish or Italian?
I think it's
I
Spanish.
think it's Spanish.
I think it said
Look-
Spanish.
looking at the pictures, like they couldn't even do the models of the saints. It's just like little floating things,
They look
coins
like-
almost.
Yeah, they have that in the pictures of them. They look like Mii's from the Wii stuff. They look
Yes.
little Mii's.
My favorite thing, by the way, is that sentence right before the picture. One interesting feature allows you to donate to charity via the app and receive in-game funds at the same time.
Heavenly. So it's microtransactions that you can pretend are going to a good cause.
Wow. That's just awful to me.
So see, they could have done it where it's like donate, and your character gets blood less, which means you get like the double XP bonus or something like that.
But it's still microtransactions.
Yeah, it's
they're
still
just
the
veiling
same
it
for
as
stupid.
charity.
Yeah, but that I think that would have helped it be better instead of like Yeah, give us money. We'll give you in-game money.
I would be interested to see what percentage of the actual in-game goes to a charity and which charity is it that it goes. Or is it just a blanket
My pocket.
under the Vatican type deal?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of it's got to go towards the production of the actual app. I mean, I understand that because they're still having to run off of a server and run through all that. So some of that's going to go towards it to make it go. But at the same time, it's like, really? like I'd almost rather them go, okay, here's our microtransactions, and or you can donate this money to charity as well if you want to, right? Like, be upfront with the microtransaction that this helps go towards the development of the game, and this one helps go towards charity. You make a choice, whatever. But I guess they kind of lumped them together because, people are probably going to be more likely to give to charity than they are to the development of the game, even though they might enjoy the JC Go. It's awful. That's just awful.
It's so weird.
Then next it's gonna be JC. Let's go on the Switch.
Yeah.
One of those
my God.
little blue cartridges, like the old NES style, the fake ones, for the Bible style type games.
I guess it's better than Saints Go, right?
Because, well, then people probably think that it was, like, New Orleans Saints, like, football related.
I doubt it based on if it's all in Spanish.
Well,
right
okay,
now.
yes. It's made by the same people. But I think branding-wise, you stay away from...
I would think Saints Row would be more likely that they would think it would be that than it would be the other.
Saints Go. Oh my God.
Now
Saints
I kind of do want there to be a Saints Row mobile game called Saints Go. You just drive around your own neighborhood, picking up, like, packages of drugs and stuff like that. It'll be fine. Pick up the hookers.
I'm sure that's marketable on
your
all.
phone, going into apartment complexes in your neighborhood, and pick off, ask what you're doing. It's like, yeah, I'm just dropping off drugs, and
Yeah. I gotta pick up some hookers here at 8. What? You got a what now?
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know. I just saw that story earlier this week. Chicken showed it to me, and I was like, really? That's where we are. Okay.
Yeah.
What else we got?
There is going to be a Layers of Fear 2.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that's happening.
You're a big fan, right? You played through the first one and
No, she didn't.
My sister and I did.
No, you didn't.
We did.
No,
He
you
tries
didn't.
to say that he played it all for us, but he didn't.
I did.
We
I
played
did.
it.
They didn't play it at all.
We did too. You're such a liar.
They didn't play it at
You
all.
are such a liar.
Every few steps, they would hand the controller back to me.
That's not true.
Oh no, it's a staircase. Here, take this. Oh no, it's a hallway. I'm not turning around.
Hey, turning around in that game is a mistake, okay? It is.
Yes, it is. Don't ever turn around. Whenever you turn around, there's just a wall. When you turn back around, there's another wall. So you have to turn around again, and then there's a fucking, like, a weird, creepy baby doll sitting at the end of the hallway. It fucking scurries away, and then you try to turn around, and there's another hallway, and now you're lost.
Yeah, how many times did I turn around? Where do I go? Yeah.
Just turn around. Maybe another hallway will appear. Oh, wait,
So
there's a
I
hallway.
got a question. If you just went backwards, would you go back down the hallway without ever turning around, or did you ever try that?
Sometimes
yeah.
when you try to walk backwards, it just backs you into the wall that it's already put behind you.
Okay.
And then sometimes it'll
So
have
the
you keep
mechanism is
going.
based on you passing a point, not on you turning around.
Sometimes yes and sometimes no. Layers of Fear was one of those, like, it messes with you because the patterns are not patterns. Like, yes,
gotcha.
it's going to do this weird thing, but it's unpredictable how this weird thing is going to react.
I got you.
I think that's
Makes
part of what made it
sense.
so scary. Because you couldn't... It was also kind of procedurally generated, so you couldn't just go and find a walkthrough for it because it wasn't the same for everybody.
But now there's several different endings to that game, right?
Are there?
I think so.
I don't know. I played it once.
I think
and a
people were
half
talking about
times.
that there were different endings to it, but I could be wrong. They could have been talking about something else, but I'm pretty sure it was that one. It's got several different endings to it. So.
I just need to play it with, like, happy music on in the back. I think part of my problem is the sounds are too scary.
You should play the music from Fallout 4 in the background that plays on the radio while you're playing that. Perfect.
She's feeling home then.
I'm sad that there's no release date for this yet, though. Like
Next spooky day.
Yeah, it's supposed to be due to arrive 2019, whatever that means. So, like, I want it, but I'm afraid of it. But I want it. But I'm
So
also
that I can
afraid.
play it for you.
Shut up. Nobody asked you. This is why you don't have any friends. It's right.
I wish that was the reason I didn't have any friends.
What else do you want to talk about? Shut up.
How abusive Perp is.
Yes, very.
Tell me about it.
The answer is very.
Well, she is a dictator, so.
Facebook has reportedly canceled the next generation Oculus 2, Oculus Rift 2 headset. I find this interesting, mainly because I don't know why, and secondly because I'm kind of like, you just launched Facebook gaming as a thing. Do you not think it would have been wise to try to push this along with it?
Well,
It's because the Oculus co-founder and former CEO left.
Yeah.
Because
but they had a whole team.
But the rift between those two was starting to get too big. They were going in different directions. So I mean, you basically have to cancel it, look at what you were planning on doing, and go back to the drawing board and start from Facebook's sketch.
What Facebook wants to do with it.
Yeah, what Facebook wants to do, not what the company wanted to do.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Which
Because
I think, my guess is, based on some of the stuff that Facebook showed off specifically versus what the actual founders of Oculus seem to want to do, is it seems to be that Facebook maybe wants to use it more of like, you can go and have virtual lunch dates with your friends, blah, 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 all of this stuff. And then they wanted to use it more as like, you're going to do VR gaming. I think that might be where the...
VR social or VR gaming?
Yeah.
And it was kind of where the rift divided it.
Because they showed off, they did that horrible PR move where Facebook showed off the capabilities of being able to see areas in other countries right after Hurricane Maria came through Puerto Rico. And it was just, they were talking about it like, look at all of this stuff, right? And no, people can't have that. So I'm wondering if that's where the divide came in, is one wanted to be more gaming focused and the other wanted to be more social focused.
which is that was the fear when they purchased Oculus to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Was the fact that we were going to end up with Facebook on basically it was just a way of
Facebook
a Facebook VR, which is just bad. Like
a VR social media platform.
I mean,
it doesn't. People will never leave their fucking house, because right now they're walking down the road like a zombie, with the phone in their hand, and it's just like, I just.
That is definitely going one step too far.
It'll end up
into
being
the
like Ready
direction.
Player One, where everybody's got the freaking Oculus thing on, walking down the road playing a game or playing on their social media,
or just
whatever.
staying inside and doing it.
well, I mean, I think
Yeah.
that was the idea, is that you could theoretically have lunch dates with your buddies, but you would just be at home. So you're having lunch at home by yourself, but it looks like you're in a cafe with all of your friends, and they're all online, so you're meeting with all of their avatars, essentially. And you're like...
And going, this salad tastes like a Hot Pocket.
Oh, why does my salad look so weird? Not a salad.
Too funny. I don't know. It's just, what did they pay for that? $2 billion?
A lot
$2
of money.
billion.
Although,
$2
I mean,
billion.
I kind of almost hate to be like this about it, but Lucky Palmer was a real douche, and I don't really feel bad for him.
I don't feel bad for him at all. No,
I mean, I feel bad for the people that work for him, but anything that hurts his bottom dollar.
Well, but I mean, to be fair, they didn't get rid of, once he left the company, because they forced him out. Facebook forced him out, right?
Did they? I don't remember. Maybe.
I think they
You
forced
might
him
be
out
right.
because he said some douchebaggy things, and they were like, "Okay, you're no longer that part of the company. You're no longer in charge," and basically forced him away. But I think the people that were still part of his team were still there working for Facebook.
Interesting.
So, and that's what surprises me, because you could still say, we're going to create the Rift 2, but we're going to postpone it to revamp more.
Well, they
towards what
might
we want it to
entirely
be.
change the name of it too.
Probably
Like,
so. It's going to end up being the Oculus FBVR or some shit like that.
or the
You know.
Facebook Rift 2 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Facebook Rift. Whatever. Yeah. We'll see in about 5 years or so how poor of a decision that was.
Yeah.
When no one's using Facebook anymore, anyways.
Well, I mean, I already don't use Facebook anymore. Like that.
I have it for one purpose and one purpose only. That's it, and that's for my soccer stuff. That's the only reason I have it. All my friends on there are soccer related.
So, in other news, the competitor to Skyrim for being on as many devices as absolutely possible, Resident Evil 4 is headed to the Nintendo Switch.
That's
So
funny.
let's see, it's on GameCube, PS2. They did it on PS3.
Mm-hmm. I think there's one on
PC.
PS4. They re-released for
Yeah,
PS4, if I'm not
PS4.
mistaken.
Xbox One.
A PC, and then now the Switch. How many copies is that?
A
It's
lot.
that's like
Coming to a refrigerator
7,
near
8.
you.
yeah, that's like 7 or 8 different releases. I can't wait to get Skyrim and Resident Evil 4 on my refrigerator. It's going to be so awesome. I could just like swipe it over to the refrigerator and walk over there and play.
Every time you go and get a drink, you just play a little bit more and then pause it.
Yeah, there you go. It'll only take you a few years.
See,
to
if
beat
Sony had thought about it correctly, they could just make a refrigerator.
Yeah.
See, and then now you got Sony exclusives you can play on your refrigerator too.
it. Yeah.
Help out the rest of their companies. Yep.
It would just give you early access to Destiny. That's all it would do.
I'm excited about this though, because like I've watched you play through Resident Evil 4 quite a few times for your speedrun stuff, but I want to.
Why are you making faces?
Because I'm looking at all the platforms it is available on.
Oh, okay.
GameCube, PlayStation 2, Microsoft Windows, Wii, iOS, Zeebo. I don't even know what Zeebo is. PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Android. I don't know how. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. 1, 2,
So
3,
12.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 12 different releases.
That's
What is
crazy.
Zeebo?
I don't know. I'm looking it up now.
Isn't that the like?
It's a 3G
South
enabled
American?
entertainment and education system from Zeebo Incorporated. Enables users play video games and also connect to the internet, communicate online.
Before
This is a
smartphones,
tablet?
basically. No, it was before smartphones, if I remember right. It was one of those weird devices.
Zeebo console wrapped in plastic, and it's power. It's like a white console. It's like this big.
Huh.
Yeah, for $500. Oh my god.
Brazil and Mexico.
There we go. I thought it was a Spanish-speaking area that had it.
Okay, and I don't know how it was released on Android and iOS, but
It was out for 2 years, 2009 to 2011.
Huh. Interesting.
yeah, there's a mobile edition of it.
Oh, that's good. You could do speed runs on the mobile edition.
Or he can wait, buy it on Switch so he can practice while he's on the go.
There you go.
Oh, it's on the iPad too.
Well, if it's on iOS, it's going to be on the iPad and the iPhone.
Let's go to Skyrim. How many things are Skyrim? How many platforms does it have on? Let's see. Elder Scrolls.
I feel like Resident Evil 4's got more.
Yeah. It's been out for
But
long.
it is an older game, too, though, isn't it?
Yep.
By like a couple years. Yeah.
Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. So 6.
Yeah. Resident Evil 4's got to beat. Because
Even if you add in the extra editions that they release, the special editions, I guess you could double that. It would be 12, but it's also still that's nuts. How do you release a game 12 times?
You beat Resident Evil 4. That's how.
Ask
Or
Bethesda. Yeah. Ask
Yeah.
Bethesda.
Or I mean, if Square Enix would put them on more than just the Sony platform, I'm sure Final Fantasy X and X-2 would have just as many, if not more. So there's that.
So same thing with Kingdom Hearts.
So
Yeah, I know that one's literally got Kingdom Hearts 2, or Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2, 2.5, 2.8, 2.95. I don't know. They just keep fucking going.
They had a bunch of them.
yeah, a bunch. Just say a bunch. That's all we
They
need
really
to know.
don't know.
Well,
how to
it's
math.
because it's some of them are prequels too, which is weird.
The ones they did on DS, I think.
Yeah, and so they're included in some of those points or whatever. So when you buy like the full versions of 1 and 2 or whatever, and it's got all the freaking numbers back behind it, that's where it adds all in. It's ridiculous. So, and like a lot of times I don't even know where to start. I'll pull it up and I'm like, am I supposed to be playing 1 or 1.5? Or what's this one full version? I don't get it. What is this?
You start with 0.5 and then you move on to Kingdom Hearts 1 and then you do 1.5. God. Don't you know how to count?
No.
No, we don't.
Then you just piece the story as you go because you're supposed to remember all of it.
There you go. You just kind of, guess what's going on most of the time.
Ark's also going to the Switch, by the way. November.
Yep. Yay! So we can rubber band on the go.
Rubber band on the go.
I will argue the fact that I think it's going to be better on the Switch than it ever was on PC or any of the other consoles because they had to dumb the damn game down to put it on it in the first place.
Yeah, they dumbed it down, but it's still going to be.
What did they have to change about it?
It's gonna look like
down?
Minecraft on the Switch.
Yeah,
Minecraft with dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's basically what it looks like if you look at the video of it.
Great. That's just.
Top comment I can't say.
They do a pixelated version of Ark already.
Yeah, called Minecraft. Oh,
no,
I remember.
No, they
pixel
Ark.
Yeah, Pixel Ark.
Yeah.
Or it was Minecraft with dinosaurs.
Yeah, this looks like looking at the video that they sent on it. It reminds me of like a PS3 game, like the way that it looks. And I really think it's basically them putting in the base settings that they can, right? The bottom settings, and then just trying to run it on Nintendo. But I think it's going to run better there than it does on any of the other platforms.
$50.
Yeah, which is stupid. That better, but if they do 50, and they're like, and that includes what they've got 4 expansions now or 3 expansions.
Good God! If it includes all of that, fair enough. But if it doesn't include any of it, man, fuck that.
Yeah, right. So, but if it includes all of it, it's not so bad. But $50.
Yeah, I think that the developers are just shitty.
Yes.
Because apparently there's still a lot of basic things that are wrong with it, and they're just not being addressed, so they can forge ahead and release it on other consoles and push out more DLC, and then resell it on other consoles at full price anyway.
I want to see, but I do want to see though. I'm telling you, we're gonna be reading an article in about 3 weeks after it's released. It's gonna go, all the PC gamers and Xbox gamers and everything are completely mad that Ark is running better on the Nintendo Switch than it ever did on these others. It's like, I'm telling you.
Yeah, damn.
We're gonna go, and there it is. There it is. Alan Wake had some issues with licensing issues and stuff like that, so it got pulled from all the PC stores as well as Xbox store. PC stores, it looks like it's coming back after a year of hiatus, and eventually will be on the Xbox as well. So if you're an Alan Wake fan, been looking to buy the game, it's now available again. So.
Woohoo. Yeah, we talked about that a while back, so it's nice to see it make its return. I'm glad they sorted out the issues that they had.
Yeah. Now if we could just get Friday the 13th to work out issues.
God, that would be so nice.
Dude, they've been showing all the Friday the 13th movies on TV, and this is totally just a side thing. They've been showing them on TV, and I've never really sat down and watched any of them, but I've played the game a few times with everybody and whatnot. I finally saw the scene in the movie where the lady goes to the shed and finds his mom's sweater and everything. It looks the same. They did such a good job in game. I'm super impressed now that I have something to compare it to. It's amazing. I'm just glad they didn't put the weather in it.
How do you go that long without ever seeing these movies?
Slasher movies aren't her thing.
Yeah, I'm just not a big slasher fan. I mean, I like my good thriller, murder mystery kind of things, but just straight up slasher films, I don't really care.
Can't really blame you there.
I love slasher movies.
So.
But you miss out on classics like Freddy and him welcoming that lady to prime time.
I have no idea. I've seen the first of all of the major.
Those two get it.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool.
Okay, you need to watch some of these movies at some point.
Yeah, but if it's not my cup of tea, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, you
it's
can't
just
make
the-
her enjoy
The
it.
the Friday the 13th series starts out scary, and then it just gets really stupid and then comical later.
Yeah, they definitely
I'm not
took the
worried
turn
about it
on
being
that one.
Scary. It's just not my. Because there's no mystery to it, I guess. Like, we know who the killer is. We know how this is going to go down. They're all going to die except for maybe one of them that's going to survive to tell about it, and then that's it. We'll start over at the next movie. Rinse, repeat.
That next chapter of teens having unprotected sex.
I did see a scene like that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. This is where we were at in the, I guess, early 80s, because that was the third one or fourth one or something.
Yeah, because they started doing those every year for a while.
But I was just impressed. I was like, oh, it looks just like the game. They did such a good job. And now I'm sad that they lost all their licensing and everything because of that legal battle.
Oh, I hope they get it fixed.
Yeah.
I want to see more stuff.
I do too.
All the different versions of Jason, more counselors.
Yeah.
More kill styles.
So
Come
you
on
can try
now.
harder to kill
Yes.
everybody in a different way.
Yeah, I still want to do the sleeping bag kill.
I know. I gotta always make it so that everybody dies a different way.
Well,
You gotta be creative, man. You can't just kill them all the same way. That gets
Which
boring.
creates very humorous streams on our end.
Exactly.
Pick up a stick and picked back up. And drop down. Picked up the stick. And pick up. And drop down. And pick up the... I was like, we were like, just run away from the stick. Get away from the stick. We were like screaming.
Oh, the stick.
Oh, it was so fun though.
it was.
But he couldn't hear us because we were dead.
Yeah. The rest of us were all gone. Well, what else we got in the news? Anything? What else? There was other stuff, right?
Oh, there was some.
Okay.
The Fallout 76 beta was started this week. I don't know what day it was. It's the 26th, I think.
Something like that.
Before they let everybody in,
23rd.
Bethesda had... Was it 23rd? Okay. Bethesda had to release a statement.
I guess they didn't have to, but they felt the need to.
They felt the need to release a statement that this was a broken, buggy game that is not done, and that what you are doing here is testing it. You're here to break the game.
That's what beta tests are for.
Yes, but you know people, and the reason why they did this is because everybody gets all hullabaloo when they find all of the things that are broken, and then it's all bad publicity, and oh my god, your game's broken, and look at all these bugs, and oh my god, it keeps crashing, and Bethesda's like,
We know.
This is what we're trying to do. Okay, got it. You know what to expect. Okay, come in and break in our game.
That's been what beta tests have been since the start. Like any MMO game that I've ever played or other game, there's going to be bugs. There's going to be crashes. Your job as a tester is to report those bugs and tell them what's going on and tell them what you did to trigger that bug.
Yep.
And I think a lot of that comes from, if you think about beta testing, I think all of us have been involved at some point of beta testing a game in a private beta. Mm-hmm. Before it was ever released, we didn't have to pre-order the game. We had to put in an email address and hope to God that we ended up getting into the beta part of it and do all that. And I think when you do it that process, you know I'm playing a bugged game that I'm supposed to be trying to figure out. But I think when you pre-order a game that's not too long away for release, and you've pre-ordered that game, the way that today's environment is, they look at it as just a demo of the game to play.
That's not what it is still, or else they would call it early access or something. It's not.
But I don't think...
Well, even early access to me still means beta.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a paid beta, and which is what this was, is just a paid beta.
And that's why none of us were playing the betas, because none of us pre-ordered it, but... neither here nor there.
I've looked at it. It looks good. I'm interested.
I didn't hear anything like the main thing that I saw that people posted about being broken or wrong with the game, and this is just things that I saw. I didn't go searching to see what the compilation of badness was, but every once in a while you come across characters that would be stuck in their T poses. I saw
Yes.
that posted about a lot, and a couple of people said that it would crash on startup, and then they just have to restart it. I mean, from what I understand, it was a pretty smooth beta for what Bethesda seemed like they were worried about. You know, about people thinking that it was just a completely garbage game, but it looks good and it plays well. So, you know, I can't fault them for that.
I can't either. I mean, I feel like when it comes to people have got to understand when you're pre-ordering the game and you're trying to do these betas, it's not a demo. It is a beta. Mm-hmm. But I do think the problem is because they're pre-ordering the game, they feel like they're getting a demo and not a beta.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. They don't understand what the difference is. I think we do because we've been in situations to where we didn't have to go through that. We actually were contacted back from the actual developer to help them break their game. So, you know, it's just, I don't know. I'm very interested to see how the actual launch ends up going, if the beta affected anything after they've already sent out a letter and said, hey, this is what it's for. And you're still going to get those people that are like, it's complete garbage, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all this buggy Bethesda shit. Okay, calm down. Put your pants back on. Jeez.
I mean, at least it's not like how the video things I've seen at Red Dead are, where it's a fully released game, and you still get weird shit like the stagecoach stuck in the train and dragging the horses. And
yeah. But I mean, I feel like with that, you almost look at it and everybody knows that's Rockstar. Because, I mean, it's the same thing with the first Red Dead. It's the same thing with GTA. Like, all of the GTA games have problems like that, too. It's just a Rockstar problem.
Well, and I think part of the issue that you run into when you're creating an open world game, similar to the way that Rockstar creates theirs, there's so many elements and things that go on in that game that because they're not doing a regular beta test like this is being done. I mean, I am interested to see what they end up doing with their online, because they're waiting a month to release their online. Are they going to create beta tests to do that? Because it's going to be a problem.
Not. It's just going to be buggy.
But I think that part of the issue they run into is that people are going to create situations that they might not think of. And I think that and we'll use the stagecoach for an instance, they might go, well, nobody's going to want to, kill these horses by running them in front of a train. Oh, wait, the stagecoach got stuck. Let's see what, you know what I mean? Like, there's different things that are like that. Now, to be fair, with the first Red Dead Redemption, it's not like now where they can just do a bug fix real quick, and we're constantly getting updates with every fucking game that we have.
But it's a 100 gig game. It should be fine when it comes out. And some of it's not player stuff. I watched a video, like, the thing I laughed at just before we started the show, actually, was the player character came upon this lady that was standing in the woods, and she was having a dialogue with him, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this deer runs by and just, like, runs her over and keeps going, and the lady, like, tumbles. I'm like, what? What was that? It's because some of their AI pathing is the same thing with GTA 5 and previous games of theirs, too. Their AI pathing is just, like,
wonky
everywhere.
Catawampus.
I would be interested to see how they got the deer set up. Like, if it's just like, deer can run it ever.
Well, I mean, that's what it is.
It just ran through a tree.
Their AI pathing.
And it's got to be a complete living world, though. I mean, like, why would the deer just randomly start running? Like, was it getting chased by something previously, and the deer just started running because of that?
I mean, but
like,
some of it is just complete arbitrary. You're in Zone B. You need to have some wildlife trigger, thing X, so it sends deer on path Z. It just so happens that there's an NPC standing there. It's because their stuff doesn't correlate.
It's Westworld.
Well, there's dynamic pathing and linear pathing. With that deer, it's probably dynamic pathing, where basically when it plops down, it triggers a method, and then it chooses a random direction, and then it sprints in that direction as fast as it can, and avoids any of the concrete objects that, because trees are concrete. Yeah, so it'll just run her ass straight over.
I would laugh my ass off to watch a deer just like haul ass into a tree.
It's probably happened, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's probably on Reddit right now. You just don't know.
And there's probably stuff that happens like in any game that you have that's going to be open world like that and try to have a living environment. There's probably stuff that happens that you're not looking at. So you're looking this direction, and in the background something stupid happens and you never get to see it, but just so happens, and it you're gonna catch some of that shit, right? So I would die laughing if I was in the middle of the conversation and whoosh, bow.
I'll have to see if I can find that again. I'll link it to you if I can find it.
Oh god, that's awesome. I've seen a few people that I think one of my favorites was having a conversation with a guy and he starts getting drunk and then he just fucking passes out. Like,
So polite.
He's like, nah.
The game's incredibly realistic. The engine that game runs on is unbelievable.
It needs to be realistic for 100 gig.
I mean, the one thing that fucking blew my mind, I told Griff about it earlier, that blew my fucking mind, was this guy went to go pick something off of the barrel, and it slid off of the top, and as it was falling, he clicked the grab button, and the character put his hand underneath it as it was falling and caught it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
catching, that kind of physics is wild to have.
Crazy,
Because
man.
the amount of strings that would have to correlate, it's like, is object falling? Is it mid-action? This plays out. It's like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I mean, I'll give it to them. They have some really nicely done stuff too, but some of it is like, what?
Well, it's once you start putting all that great code in there, it turns into spaghetti, and you don't know what you're gonna get.
It was
dying
actually
right now.
Twitter. I
just
linked
saw
it
that
in the
thing
Discord.
shot.
Yeah.
I just saw that shot. I'm dying.
If you're not part of our Discord and you're listening or watching the podcast, I'll put the link down below or in the description so you can join it and see funny things like this.
Hey, can you get out of
Stuff like that, I feel like it's problematic because it's stuff that's not supposed to happen, but it makes stories like this that people share and talk about, and it makes the game better. Sometimes stuff like that is fine. I mean, I saw...
But that dude can never do that quest now. That lady gone.
No, she gets back up.
Oh.
Yeah, she's starting to get back up. She's fine.
Oh.
She ain't
Yeah,
dead.
run
where the
down
deer
by
can't
deer.
kill her, I guess.
But I mean, I've
Just
seen
no knocks
like
her over.
a death claw that got stuck in a backup animation at one point. I think it might have been from the 76 beta. So I mean, it's just fun things that are now and then fine. As long as your game overall isn't a train wreck, we're mostly okay with it. Just don't Mass Effect Andromeda us.
Hey, you're the one that told us it was a good game after they fixed it.
After they fixed it, I said it was a decent game. I did not say that it was a good game. I enjoyed it, but I would not say that everybody should run out and play it because it has tons of flaws. Man. Stuff like the
Fair
Red
enough.
Dead stuff makes it, like, I'm gonna put it on our Gamefly queue.
I'm just gonna wait till it comes to PC.
Oh, for like
Close,
16
I want to
million
run
years
it.
from
I want to
now?
run it at maximum power, not console power.
True.
Need to run that. Like, that kind of game deserves like real
Plus
strong.
all the mods.
Are they doing?
Oh,
Are they
man.
doing like they did with? Because they never put the first one on PC at all.
No. They probably will. I can almost guarantee that they will put it on PC eventually. Probably a year or two down the road.
Because at least with GTA 5,
It
they
did
told
take
us
like
that,
2 years.
but they told us it was coming out, and then there
Yeah.
were people that pre-ordered at the same time they did the other console. They just had to sit on their money for 2 years.
With how popular GTA 5 and GTA 5 Online is, it would be a mistake not to tap the PC market.
See, I don't think I'd want to get it unless I had, like, if I'm going to do console, I don't think I'd want to do it unless I had like an Xbox One X or something like that.
Yeah, like
You know?
the next generation. Because, I mean, that game requires some power to run.
And some
Really
space.
well.
Hope you don't have the standard hard drive.
Actually,
I
I
have
would
a
have to
5
delete
terabyte.
everything off my hard drive in order to download. Actually, no, mine's a 500 gig.
Yeah,
so I'd-
yeah, our original ones came with 500 gigs.
Yeah, I've got a 500 gig, and then I have a 5 terabyte. That's what everything goes loaded to. I can't even remember what my original games are that are loaded on the actual hard drive. All 5 of them.
yeah, all 5.
I remember us
is
all
right.
having a conversation about that too, going, really? Only a 500 gigabyte? What? And it wasn't long after that we got 1 terabyte. Things started coming out.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like, okay.
What else we got?
Is there anything else we wanted to talk about?
Lots of weird Soul Calibur creations.
Yeah, if you haven't seen some of the Soul Calibur custom characters, I mean, I want to say Google it because some
No.
of them are worth seeing, but some of them are nightmare fuel. So, like that Kirby one, that's not Kirby. I don't know what
the
that
lizard man on
monstrosity-
Viagra. I can't understand what that dude was
Yeah,
thinking
you could make
when he made
dicks
that.
in the game. You know what they were thinking? This is gonna hit the internet and it's gonna be huge, and it is. Everybody's talking about
But
it.
nobody gives a fuck about who the guy is that made it. We're just laughing at his damn that.
His damn that.
Some of them look good, but
Yeah, like the
Mer-
Mercy looks
Mercy,
incredible.
looks decent. The Simpsons are nightmare fuels. Thanos looks good.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that
Yeah,
venom is supposed to be.
Some of them are good. some of them are not.
Sonic looks like fanfic.
Yeah, that's a beefcake weirdo Sonic. There's Homer and Marge Simpson. I've seen them too.
I saw the Marge one. I didn't see
Chicken
this
showed me one.
anymore.
Somebody made Wesley
Illidan.
from The Princess Bride, and he
Oh,
looks
yep.
amazing. He looks so good. But now I need like a Fezzik, and I need an Inigo, and yeah.
I'm sure you can have all of them. I'm sure they're out there somewhere.
So someone did the kids from South Park and their ninja
Oh my
costumes.
god.
Ah.
When they went the fantasy little
And I bet
Yeah.
they look almost identical too, don't they?
yeah.
Wow, the Spider-Man one looks really good.
Some of them get really scary though, so just
Yeah.
we warned you. But
You have been warned ahead of time.
also, if you are looking to play Soul Calibur, be aware that you can play with your custom characters in ranked as well, which means characters that have been disproportionate and have messed up hitboxes. Yeah, you'll be playing a lot of those, so enjoy that.
Like a giant square or an apple.
Yeah, Capcom should probably do something about that, but they probably won't.
Yeah. They definitely need to, not let custom characters be part of the ranked
I
system.
No.
I don't think that's Capcom.
Is sorry, it's not. Is it?
Then
Who does Soul Calibur?
Bandai, I think.
Yeah, I think it's
Bandai.
Bandai.
Bandai. I think
Bandai.
it's right.
Okay.
Bandai Namco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then they need to do something about it, but they probably won't. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, Capcom does Street Fighter.
That's right. Thanks. I was like, they do a fighter game too. What am I thinking then? Yep. I can't with the Kirby one though. I just can't with that
Just
guy.
looks weird. And the Pikachu one.
Oh, yeah. Here's one that's Ronald. I found one that's Ronald McDonald.
Oh my god.
People have
Do
fun with this
him
one.
and then the Wendy's girl. Have them fight and put it on the internet.
Colonel Sanders. Somebody's gonna make it. You know they are.
I'm pretty
So
sure
you
there's
can do-
already one out
I wonder
there.
if they have a crown, so you can do like Burger King.
Oh yeah, I mean, have you
The-
not
the-
seen the
the
Boozette
same-
and the Bowsette? The Booette and the Bowsette?
I'd be surprised. What is this? A clam?
Is this a clam?
Oh, I think it's a turtle inside of
Is this
his
a
shell.
clam?
Doesn't have a head. Kind of weird. It's so funny though.
I'm gonna make the Ninja Turtles now.
Make sure you look those up for sure though, and you can just
You know, if
Google
you're
it.
brave.
Yeah, well,
Ah.
to be fair, if you look on Google and you type in Soul Calibur 6 custom characters, all the ones I found at the very beginning are clean because
Okay.
it's Google searched, right?
Yeah,
So-
well, to be fair, it's depending on your search history.
Yeah, I
Now,
think-
they
I
might be
think-
a little more risque than
I,
you, so...
I think the dirtiest one right now I've seen is the butthead one.
Okay.
Let's go to the bottom of that
Butthead.
one.
So too funny. Too funny. So that's pretty awesome. Anything else we got?
No? Okay.
We're good?
No, not really.
Word.
Yep.
All right. We do appreciate everybody hangs out with us each and every week at Infinite Respawn. As always, you can check us out on Twitter at InfiniteResPC. You can check me out personally at MDBOtree. You can check out Griff.
At Griff Slidem.
Check out Chicken.
At Elite Chicken 313.
Check out Baka.
Add back a pickle.
Also, make sure you go to YouTube where you can follow Griff on there, where she's currently playing through Silent Hill 2. And as she said earlier, she's not going to make it all the way through until after Halloween. So
Sorry.
you've got plenty to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can
Your
binge watch
spooky
it.
month gets to keep going on. It gets to seep
Forever.
into November.
Look, I'll
It's-
get you to almost Turkey Day, maybe.
It's all about pumpkins, right? It's pumpkin first pumpkin month and the second pumpkin month.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do now.
Yeah, it's pumpkin month.
Pumpkin 1 and Pumpkin 2.
There you go. See,
Thanks.
Then Christmas comes in and then devours it all.
yes.
Also, make sure you go to twitch.tv/EliteChicken313 where you can check out Chicken, who streams Sunday through Thursday, usually at around 8 o'clock Eastern time, depending on when his work schedule allows him to. So make sure you go and follow them. What you got this week, Chicken? You doing any
I have no
spooky
idea.
games?
What I don't know. I'm playing something tonight.
We'll
And
figure
next
it out.
month, we will be starting Darksiders though.
Yay, Darksiders.
Darksiders 3 coming out. Got to prep.
So you're going to go ahead and do 1 and 2 in order to prep? That's fantastic.
Hell yeah! Everybody
So-
gets to know the whole story.
Awesome. Do you have the special edition versions of those, or do you have the...
Yep.
Okay, awesome. That's cool. Also, make sure you go to mixer.com/MDBOaktree. You can check me out as well on there. Been playing some Blops and about to switch to Sea of Thieves tonight, and then I'll do Sea of Thieves on Wednesday night, where I will start a little early. I think I'm doing 5 p.m. Eastern is when I plan on starting, in order to play through their special Halloween event that they've got going on. So
Spooky. Is it pumpkin related?
I have no idea.
You should have said yes.
Yeah, sure it is.
Pumpkin
Sure.
related.
Yes.
Pumpkin spice
Sure.
Sea of Thieves.
Oh my god, pumpkin spice sea.
What if they have like a special skin for your ship?
That's a giant pumpkin.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, that'd be great. Anyway, as always, I'm Oak Tree. Have a
Um,
great day. Bye.
I'm
It's
Griff.
just-
We're just not all here anymore.
Respawn.
become
I'm
the-
Oak Tree. Is that better?
No, you already
It's
messed it
it's
up.
become the Oak Tree show. I think we need to burn him.
Burn him.
We could always build a nice log cabin out of them.
No, wood.
All right, look, we're
Oh.
leaving. We already know that he's Oak. I'm Griff. Who the freaking A are you two?
Wow, I'm married to that one and she doesn't even know me. I'm Chicken.
I'm Baka. No, nice that you know our names, jerk.
I know. Bye.
See you.
Bye.